Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Pico, president of the Chamber, and I'm spending a few minutes with each of the candidates who are running for a seat on our Chamber Board of Directors this year. And we're recording these so that our members can get to know our candidates better before voting in our election. Annually, as you know, our members have the opportunity to elect 3 people to the Chamber's 18-person board, and then our existing board elects 3 more members from the remaining pool of candidates, so we have 6 new board members each year. The first phase of our election, where members vote, will run through October 20th. And a reminder to you that each business or nonprofit member gets just 1 ballot to vote for 3 candidates. I am joined today by Jeff Hamilton of J.A. Hamilton Consulting. Good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
How are you?
Good.
Good. I think probably the first thing we ought to share is that you know a little bit about serving on the Chamber Board because you're the current chair of the Chamber Board this year. So, but your 3-year term on the board ends in December, and you have chosen to run for re-election. So we appreciate your interest in continuing to serve. Let's just start by learning a little bit about you personally. Where's I know you're originally a Maine boy, and so where's home, and sort of what the path that got you here to living in Rockport, Maine. So,
well, good morning, Tom. Good morning, everybody. Again, I'm Jeff Hamilton. I grew up in Maine, in the western part of Maine, over in Rumford, and went to school in Vermont and again in Orono before entering the pulp and paper industry, where I worked, I think, in 6 different mills in the state of Maine, mostly in the western part, some in the Portland area, others on the down east coast at Bucksport, and then went into the food and pharma business for FMC and then DuPont before retiring. And then I started my own consulting company, J.A. Hamilton Consulting, which is a consulting company that focuses on basically helping my clients with best business practices, operations management, efficiencies, and all the activities in-house and outside to help drive improved financial results, focusing mostly on mid-coast and Maine businesses, primarily family-owned or owner-operated, in the small to medium large, and it's in all different business sectors, from manufacturing to publishing or many other types of businesses. The best practices are the same, and the intent is to drive, as I said, improve financial performance.
great. Well, super. Well, and you've been, J.A. Hamilton Consulting has been around for 2 or 3 years now. Is that right?
Yeah, it's been going into its 3rd year.
Yep. So that's great. So, so tell us a little bit about you're a busy guy outside of J.A. Hamilton Consulting and outside of chairing the Chamber Board. So tell us a little bit about your other community involvement. So.
Sure. I just finished up a stint as a select board member in the town of Rockport. I was part of Rockland Main Street, longtime member of the Chamber, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but active in various clubs in town, Camden Rotary Club. I am a Rockport resident. The boat clubs in the area, both big boats and little boats, and active skier, active sailor, and not sitting still for too awful long.
That is true. That is true. So, well, you have quite a good perspective on the Chamber, being that, you know, finishing your first term and having served as treasurer last year and then our board chair this year. So, and it's not been an easy 3 years, as I've talked with a couple of other board members who are seeking re-election, that it's been an unusual time to serve on any board of directors, because, you know, we're not able to meet in person as much as we would like, and to sort of focus on, as some things that we would all like to focus on, because the pandemic has shifted our focus in lots of different ways. So just looking ahead, hopefully to times that are not as crazy with the pandemic, what types of things inspired you to want to seek another term on the chamber board, and what do you think that we can accomplish as an organization going forward? So.
Sure. Well, a healthy chamber in the Mid-Coast region would benefit all businesses and entities. We have nearly 800 members, and in my mind, we could have 800 more in membership. The benefit of chamber membership to me is meeting people, the networking opportunities, the business to business activity. I can assure you that for the small fee that the chamber membership cost, my return has been exponential on that in terms of improved business activity. It's important that Mid-Coast have a healthy economic arena. I have 4 kids. 2 of them live in Maine, but not anywhere near here. I have 2 more. One lives out of the country and one lives in Washington, D.C. And, you'd really like to have, as a parent, your kids and your grandkids in the area. But can you push that as a parent if a healthy economy is not present and other issues pop up? And that's where I really want to get to, is I'd like to see the Mid-Coast region be a place where people can grow up, they can live, they can prosper, they can have excellent careers in any field that they so choose. And the chamber is one avenue to do that, at least to help the businesses going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I find the chamber to be an incredible resource, both at the personal and professional level. And my hope is that going forward, we can take that and run with it, particularly on the business to business relationship. That's where, to me, the opportunities lie.
That's great. Well, and it's been great for the organization to be able to return to some in-person networking over the good weather months here. And, we started back in May with in-person networking again, utilizing the good weather to do some things outside, and that's worked out pretty well, and certainly hope we can continue along that path going into the future, and that COVID will cooperate with that. But, that is certainly one of the great features that the chamber brings, is the ability to connect people with one another. So anyway, so super. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our members before we wrap up here as they consider voting in our election? So.
It's been a pleasure to serve with the chamber. This is, I think, my 4th or 5th year involved. Had the opportunity to be the treasurer last year through the COVID activity, and I can assure you that was a challenge, to say the least. The chamber chair position this year has been excellent. We've had some great activities so far for networking and recognition of our membership, and my hope is that we get to go forward with that to an even higher degree.
Super.
Let's rock and roll here.
That's great. Thank you very much. Jeff Hamilton of J.A. Hamilton Consulting. Thank you for your willingness to continue to serve and for spending a few minutes with me today.
All right. Thanks, Tom. And thank you, everybody.